Good day, wherever you're watching from. Welcome to Creation Studio. Today, I'm going to show you how to do crowd simulation. Though it's not easy, but we'll get there. And this tutorial is just like a foundation of any kind of crowd simulation I want to do. So just guide you through the process of how you can get it done. But you have to be creative because I'm going to show you how to go about it in this tutorial. Okay, so but for your work you have to be creative. You have to be the one to do the final job. So you have to be the one to do the final job. So without wasting much of our time, uh, I'm going to show you how I did this character animation. So first I used the node FBS character import. So I imported my FBX, which is alien. So I named it alien because it is an alien model. So I imported it by clicking here and going to my directory, and I imported the file. So it's an alien model from Mixamo. Okay, so it was all rigged and every animation was done in Mixamo. So you can go to mixamo.com and get this. So after that, I added agent from rig. Okay, so and I named this agent, the agent name to be alien. Okay, so we did this to get the rig from our character, our FBX character. So then we added an agent layer to it. So I added an agent layer to it. So now this will help us in the process of creating this animation or bring this character to life. Okay, so as you can see, there's the character right here. So after bringing in the rig, taking the rig from the FBS character, then we added the layer. Okay, so this is the layer here. So this is just the character and the rig. There's nothing more. Okay, so if I should play, there's nothing special about this character now because the animation is not there. So now this is setting up the rig and the body. Okay, so let's go ahead to import the animation. So I still went ahead and still bring the same alien because there are 3 of them. Okay, so I still brought in the alien FBX. Okay, but this time I use FBX animation import. Okay, not the character import. The other one was the character. Now we use FBX animation import to bring it the character animation into Houdini. So now to extract the motion, we have to use this motion clip node. Then we extracted the motion. Okay, we extracted the motion. So now see it, nothing is playing yet. Good, because we have to bring in we have to extract the locomotion. Okay, which is the rotation and the axis of this animation. You have to set it to joint. Okay, so that is it for this. Then when we come here, all we just have to do is to add the agent clip. Okay, now what's this agent clip going to do? Now it's going to combine this the character layer and the character animation. Okay, and once it combines it, then we start having something like this. Now we have to do some things to set this clip. Okay, so like the source, so the current clip, which is the alien, right? So which is the name of our character and the name we have set. Okay, so now we have to click, you have to click this clip time. Okay, you have to turn it on. If it is off, you have to turn it on, so we start seeing your animation. So it's very, very important you do that. Then now we have to set this from any other option to motion clip. Okay, so these are the few settings you just have to do. Now this character is just walking around in a space. Okay, so he's just walking around in the space, and as you can see it, so normally the animation moves forward, but I have to click convert to in place. Okay, convert to in place. Now I have to set this locomotion node because you have extracted it, so you have to set this maximum you have to set this to maximum rig hip. You have to set it to the hip. Okay, now this way from the hip joint, okay, make this character stable and keep it in the animation in one place, then it won't be moving around, so it'll just be looping. Okay, it's just be looping, but without this, like to click this to uncheck this, the character will just move and play the animation from head to toe. So this little transform I added here is just simple. What I did is to translate the character from the normal position in which the center position in which it is imported to a different location. So I'll be able to use 3 characters. So I'm going to show you different approach because I used 3 different characters and I wanted all of them to show. Okay, so you can use a single character and drive them with different animation. Okay, so you drive them with different animation, just a particular character, but you drive them with different animation from other character. Okay, that means you are transferring their motion clip to all their motion clip to this same particular character because you don't want to use different character. But I prefer, since it is a crowd, I love variation, so I don't want everything to be the same. So that is all for this. Just it's still the same thing here. Okay, so what I did is to copy this over. Then now we are importing a alien 2. Okay, so that's what we are doing here. So still the same thing here. Alien sorry, the alien clip name alien 2. We have to name it the new clip name alien 2. So this new clip name, that's what you use here. Okay, we're talking about the agent clip. Okay, so if you import if you type it wrong, your animation won't play out. Okay, so now good, now we have to move to the next character, so in which this is the character here. Okay, so now we are using alien 2 FBX. Now we are using here alien 3. Okay, so good. So these are just the 3 different models. Okay, 3 different models I used. They're not the same. Okay, they're not the same. So this alien 3 or the alien model, so I have to go in and choose them. So if I should just expose our root, then you see this alien 2 FBX. Okay, now while here we have alien 2 FBX also, which is the animation. Okay, so now you have to select this, and this is alien 3. So just as you can see here, so these are the 3 different models I downloaded from the rig, Mixamo rig. Okay, so this is the third character from the Mixamo rig. Okay, so this is the third alien model from the Mixamo rig. So I'm done showing you guys this. Now let's look at how I said to go about the animation. Now we have these 3 characters ready, right? So how do we go about the animation? This is how do we go about the crowd population of a thing, and how to make it look nice and set it in order. So first of all, I have to add a crowd source. Okay, so I have to add a crowd source. Now as you can see, we have this. As you can see, we have this formation. So now this formation is being driven by what I did here using a curve. At first I used the grid, so and I started to be creative with it. Okay, and I started to be creative with it. Then I now use a curve. This is the curve I used, as you can see. Okay, so after using this curve, I scattered a point to it. Now these points here, they are all representing the characters. Okay, so if I should view this now in my attribute display, so I use the first total count of 50 in the scatter. Then I used global seed of 0.4. Then I used relaxed iteration of 24. So this is the setting I use for this. Then I added it to the crowd, the custom surface point input of this crowd source. Then I have this. Okay, so now I have to set the number of agents to 20. Then I have to set the relax to 10. Okay, so that is how I did it. Then every other setting remains the same. So but if yours is not the same, you just have to look at what I did. Now coming to the randomization. Now you can see everything is not just in line here. Everything is different, right? Everything is different. They are not all equal. They are not all the same. So coming to the randomize, you have to check it on for you to see the settings. Okay, because if you come to this place, the whole settings, look, they are not checked on. So you have to like this randomized agent primitive. Okay, so you have to check it on. But what I did is randomize initial state. Okay, so now this will play with their position. Okay, so I set the seed to 0.23. So I play with their position and randomize it. Okay, now we have to randomize the clip time, that's the animation. Okay, so all of them won't be moving the same, because if they're all moving the same, it shows that even robots don't move the same. Okay, so they all move at a different speed and pace. So I have to set the clip time to 7.25. I have to set the random clip offset to 2.8, and then I set the seed to 2.51. Now we have randomized the animation and the position. Now we have to randomize the scale of this character. Now I set the scale to 1.22. Now if I should zoom closely, you can see they are not all the same height. Their scales are random, which is very, very important and vital when you talk about crowd population animation or simulation. So it's very, very important. Then the rest is just something I don't want to play with because I don't need it right now. But in cases you need it, then you have to. This has to do with the velocity of the character and every other thing depending on the setup you are dealing with. Now I have to go to the second to the second one I did here. Let me move this aside. Okay, so talking about this character here. Okay, so now what I did is I use grade. Okay, place the grade. Now I have to place a scatter on this grade. Okay, so now if we look at the attributes here, then I give it the first total count of 150. I gave it the global seed of 3.65. Then relaxed iteration 0. Okay, so this relaxed iteration set to 0 means it will break the uniformity of this point. It will not be according to the pattern they are being scattered on the grid. Okay, so now set the crowd source. Okay, now as you can see, this is what we are having. Okay, so what we are having here is 150 characters according to the setting here. 150 characters. So I set the clip time, randomize clip time. We also the initial state, the seed is set to 0.23. I also set the clip time to 7.25 and offset to 4.62. This will help each character move in different time, but it's same animation, but they're all moving in different ways, so you can't even fathom or tell. So set the seed to 4.32, which is very, very important. Now I have to randomize the scale up, so because if you are to look, they are not all the same. Okay, their sizes and the same. Now set the seed to 0.43. Okay, that's why I set the seed to. So your settings can be different. Okay, you can do it the way you want. Okay, so but make sure that each character they are not clustering against each other. Okay, so let's move to the last and see what I did. So I did not use the grid anymore here because we are seeing the grid method. Okay, so I decided to use curve. Now the main reason I'm using this curve is to set a pattern. Okay, you know, in every war they have different pattern in which soldiers are being arranged, okay, based on the war formation. So I just decided to give something, a little example like that in this. Okay, so I draw another curve. So that's why I did. I scattered a point, then I first to count of 50. So we have 50 points right here, and the global seed is 0. Then the relaxed iteration is 10. So you see, I'm giving them different settings just to get that variation. Even in the arrangements, we just have different arrangement and different variation. Then when I added the character and added the source of the scatter, then we have something like this. Okay, so the best thing I did is to mesh this tray. When I mesh them, we have something like this. So we talk about the fight formation, war formation and all that. So maybe according to this alien preparing for war, this or that. So this is just the formation they have. Okay, so as you can see, that is just it. Now if you add these agents unpack, this is where we are going to when you unpack these agents, these characters, they talk about bringing in their textures and every other thing. Okay, so it's going to be pretty heavy on my laptop, so I'm not going to do that. But if you have a good system that is high-end graphics card, then you can do that. So I think this is on the crowd animation with different characters. I getting it now, but I must have to tell you the issue I run into, and that's what I'm going to explain here. we all know what these nodes are, their function, but there's an issue with this method, because when I try bringing this method of extracting other character animation and giving it to one, so each particular type of character, and that's the method I used here, but I end up having issue. So, and to tell you about those problems so you know how to resolve it is very, very important. Okay, so at this point, all you just have to do is to turn on the crowd source and use different clip in the crowd solver. Okay, now this is the issue I ran into about the hips. Okay, so now the alien tree, the rig is different, the hip rig is different. Okay, now it does not exist, meaning that it can't detect it, but to the other two, they were just fine, they were all okay. So, and now we are just using one model, but we are placing different animation from those two characters to drive just one model, and it's just as simple as that. This is the model right here, this is the model layer, the character and the rig and the layer of this character, then this is the animation of the 3 different characters. So you just have to duplicate the agent clip, and you call on each character's name, alien 2 and this alien 1 and this alien 3. But where we're having issue is the alien 3 animation. So what we are going to do here basically is you come to this and click this treats packaged primitive. Okay, treat packed primitive as input, treat packed primitive as input. That's what I want to click. Then you just have to change this to locomotion for the moment, and you can still change it back to the hips again. So it's just as simple as that. Then that is fixed. Okay, so you might be having this issue on your rig or the particular animation you imported in, and you don't know how to do it. Then this option is here for you to just do that, or you just have to call on the layer of this alien tree, because I just have to also separate it and bring it in and bring the body in, then I use it to drive the animations separately. But you are going to find it hard trying to blend it in all in just one character, because now this is a different body. But like this, now this is a different character. Okay, so this is just one character having 3 animations. So this is just another way of doing it. So all you just have to do is to add crowd source. You can right click by doing this, or you use the tab. So once we add crowd source to this, good, as you can see now we are having this. Now you can drive it with anything. Okay, so any formation, any method, any just want to use and do that, you can do that. So but if we come to this place, this clip time, okay, we talk about agents primitive, and now you start seeing their names. We have number 1 here. If we add more, you can see add more. So if you add the names here, you can randomize agents primitive. Okay, so now we have 3 different agents here. You can add their names here, okay, and use that to randomize agent primitive. That means you are randomizing this animation. Okay, so that is just it. There's nothing more to it. So please, I would like your comments in the comment section below. Tell me how you feel, or tell me your observation or your correction, because I'm always open to correction. As an artist, you are always open to correction, because there are people that know better than you. Always there are people that know better than you. So like, share, subscribe. Please, if you have any question, ask in the description below. We're always here. I'm always here to answer. Okay, I'm always here to answer. So see you next time in my next video. Thank you. Bye.